Hey, this is Chan from Difference and Skill, bringing you a very long tutorial on how to be a better player. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, what should I be attacking? What's this? What's that? How do I do this? Why? How come it seems like you make the good play? How come he didn't guard that? Why did you guard that? A lot of these questions are posed to me and like some other people in Difference and Skill because of course, I'm not going to say, like, oh, because I'm better than you guys, because anyone could be good at this game. It's quite easy. So I'm just going to share my knowledge and saying how, of course, triggers, very important. Get critical, get draw, get heal, get critical, get draw, get heal, rinse and repeat. Good stuff, right? So, overall, in this game, aside from triggers, there's still a lot of things that you can control that will actually win you the game. Now, I had a video before somewhere, it's called The Setup. Basically, it's a video explaining things like what you should be doing, how you can, get better setup, basically, how to make sure you always attack for decent amounts, and all that good jazz. So, first of all, I am going to put out a couple of... Now, I have a few stacks of cards here. They will be my... cards I'm going to use for this video, so it's going to go through a lot of examples to cover most of the questions to, refrain from having to answer people one by one, because that it's quite time consuming. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is starting Vanguard. Now, starting Vanguard is very simple. At the start of the game, you get to see what card they have. So they have something like Spark Kid Dragoon. Oh, he's playing Narukami. Oh, very good. Good. 10 points for you. 10 points for Gryffindor. Hope that's not copyrighted. And then you have someone playing this. Oh, he's playing Royal Paladins for sure. Is he playing Majesty Lord? Maybe. Maybe. So, and then like they start with Conroe. I'm gonna lose. They're playing Overload the End most likely. Yeah, right. See, easy. Easy. Or they're playing like a gold paladin starter, right? Like just anything. So just by seeing their starting Vanguard, you should be able to understand what you need to prepare for. Because like, say they started with a Conroe and then your field looks something like this. Let's see. Say it's Kagero Mirror Match is super lame. Oh my god, I forgot to take all bad cards for examples. Ugh. Gotta go find some bad cards. Alright, so your field looks like this. This is your rear guard. That's a good card. Alright, and your boosters are... This is your field. It's decent, I guess. This attacks for 16, this attacks for 17, this attacks for 16. It's okay. I mean, it could be better, but... And then this happens. Your opponent's just like... Okay, so, cross ride. Suddenly all my attacks are shit. So, wait, what happened? Did I just lose? I mean, he can block this for 5, he can block this for 5, he can block this for 5. Wait, what just happened? You basically got outplayed by a single card. I mean, that might sound stupid, but that's basically what happened. Now just think about this for a second. Maybe if you saw this and was like, he's probably not playing Overload the End. Now this setup is fine. This attacks 16, 16, and 17. All good numbers against an 11k. But now, when you did this, what just happened? You're gonna lose. Like, oh my god, I have to waste these guys and play better cards. I mean, I have to replace. I gotta replace my Haugen and I gotta replace the Feignite, and I had to replace this now. Then you end up wasting a lot of time and a lot of turns and a lot of cards to basically be like, I have to deal with this. So instead, earlier, assuming you had the choice, right? Like, I mean, unless all you have, like, yeah. So, say you played it like this. You attack for 15 on this side, it's decent, 16 on this side, and 18 for this side. When he rides that, you're like, okay, he could block this for 5 before, he can block this for 5 now, but he needs to block this for 10. That's an extra 5, the extra 5k every turn. Think about it. If you discard an extra 5,000 every turn, what will your hand be like? Crap in no time. Now, this is not very good because it's a 7k against that thing, that abomination. So intercept with this and play something decent like 11k, which you don't have in Gold Paladins. But I'm just saying. So you gotta really remember, okay, what's the worst case scenario? He rides Overlord the End, and even look, he has this, attack Flag Knight for 13. That's already a magic number. You need to guard for 10 for no triggers. If he gets a trigger, he kills it and stands. Oh my god, my field is terrible for this. Really, people need to understand how important every single turn you have. Because in this game, games are short. You don't got many turns left. After every turn, you gotta think, am I gonna live this turn? Am I? Is he gonna kill me? Double crit? Something? I don't know. Right? This game doesn't last very long. Every game is like, what, max 10 turns unless you're playing Overload the End versus Overload the End and you're just stalling it out trying to kill each other with a Persona Blast, which happens a lot, actually. But aside from that, like, your opponent's staring you down with an Overlord the End. His field is great. I mean, like, he doesn't Overlord the End. He doesn't need a field. It's a true story. So, like, it's frustrating to look at something like this. So, alright, so here's an example. I'll keep them out here. How to deal with the 13k or the top tier 0 decks. So let's put these guys away. Alright, so he opens with Conroe. I dropped my Gold Paladins. No, my red and blue, my red and golds. No, must pick up off dirty floor. Alright, so he goes. He opens with Conroe, and I open with Little Fighter. So I'm thinking to myself, he's playing Kagero. If he's playing Overload the End, I'll need to prepare my attackers early. And then say you draw your opening hand of... You have a choice of riding these 2 cards. Wait, no, he's level 0. That doesn't count. Where's the level 1? I don't have one. Wait, let me find it. Okay. Choice of riding these 2 cards. I mean, a lot of people will be like, I'll just ride this. Makes sense, right? I'll ride this. Yeah, I'll ride it. It's an 8k. To be honest, people should... If you understand that your opponent could be playing Overload the End or a crazy 13k Vanguard deck, definitely ride something that's not your 8k, because your 8ks are precious to you. Just ride. Pass turn. He rides something, I don't know, something broken like Himnara, and then he goes attack, whatever, right? I mean, and this itself is very important, but I will make sure I'll talk about this later. Blah, 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 blah. Turns start happening. You draw into your other cards. You're like, okay, so I have a Bowman and a Flag Knight left. Oh, wow, your hand would be amazing to have a hand like this. But no, let's make it less amazing. Yeah. Crappy hand is crappy. Now, okay, now it's my turn 2. What do I do now? I mean, I could play this in the rear zone later, and it'll be 10k, basically. Or would you have a stable 10k every turn? Overload the End doesn't have much push before it gets to Overload the End, so you can take advantage of that by riding something weaker, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'll put it here so I can boost with it. That's a bad idea unless you're planning on using him right away, because he's a 4k booster. With this, doesn't really help you. Play it in the sides or something. If this is a card that you can't get rid of easily, clear example is like Lizard Soldier Saishin. I'll see if I have one on me. No, don't think so. Looking around. No, like a lizard, like something that won't leave the field very easily. Wingull Brave even though his ability is pretty easy to pull off, something like that easily ruins your game. A smart player will not let things like that hit. So, okay, I guess I'll call him here. Or here. It's fine, alright? It's cool. And then, alright, you had to have a Garrett. Okay, whatever. Turn 3, okay, he rides, I don't know, something. Say he's at Dragonic Overlord already, for some reason that he got ahead of you. You're like, okay, so this is no longer useful to me. So I will ride, Soul Charge, etc., 12k. I can hit his Vanguard, that's a good start. And you can use this effect to get rid of him, and play him here. Now, these 2 will be so important to you for the whole game. Maybe not him as much, but definitely Gareth. Gareth is like, your generic 8Ks, cherish them like you need them. Never let them die. I mean, if you can't help it, like they berserk it, I mean, you gotta roll with the punches, right? That's why a lot of times the plus 2k attackers, such as, I think I have some with me. Let's see. Trying to look through my stack of cards that I purchased today. Yeah, look at this. A lot of cards. Yes, I purchased a lot of cards today. Is the Dijins in here? No? Trying to look for something that has a blatant plus 2k ability. Yes, there we go. Like a Dijin, right? These guys, the generic plus 2k attacking Vanguard or plus 2k when it's boosted, worth their money in gold. A 6k behind it, like Breeze of the Grassland Sagramore, attack, boost, and attack overload the end, 18, easy. These guys, so important right now in this current format. They basically didn't, these come out as they can punish 10k Vanguards, or they can save you from losing to overload the ends. I mean, that's a good game plan for Bushiroad to actually put out. Like, I know we put out some pretty broken cards, but here's what we can give you without making every deck like Paladins. By giving us plus 2k cards on the rears, very good. I mean, definitely, like, this in front of, like, Gareth or, like, your generic 8k, very strong. Now, you see, just by doing that, like, oh, okay, so I'm planning ahead. I mean, I can put anything. I could put Breeze of the Grassland Breeze Sagramore here, and then when he cross rides, I have 2 attacks that are good. Simple things, like, just like that. And it's been 11 minutes already, but don't walk away. There's a lot more important stuff before this timer of mine and my phone runs out. And I don't know when that will be, but I'll do as much as I can. Now, that itself, it's pretty basic. I mean, know your opponent's deck. It's really important. And another, well, since maybe not a lot of people might know these things because they are English players, so a lot of these situations don't actually occur to them. So say your opponent has this card, and I will need to pull out more cards from my stack. Yeah, sure, that'll be enough, I guess. I'm gonna put my deck box somewhere. It's gonna be a long night. Alright, so say turn 1 he rides a perfect Maron ride, and the next turn he plays this. Well, okay, first of all, if they're playing Wingull Brave, most likely they're playing Majesty Lord Blaster, which means you got to keep the Wingull Brave from leaving the field as much as you can. Most players will put it behind their Vanguard. A lot of players tend not to. Like, some of the players, like Johnny, he definitely doesn't do that. He played in a team tournament. Proved that he could hit with a Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark in the rear guard zone. Pretty stressful to me for me to see that. But it's okay. I mean, like, of course, these scenarios are not, like, you're bad if you didn't do it. I mean, you might not always have the right cards to do things, so definitely I'm just saying, like, this is the plays you should be doing. So, say they went second, they attacked you, you're playing Gold Paladins again, I guess. You have this guy right now, no guard, okay, clear. Then, when you ride, say you have a choice between these two once again. Now it's like, oh right, since against Overload the End, I can ride this, so then I can save this guy for later. Yeah, but wait, Majesty Lord Blaster, this crazy dude, is a 12k on both turns, if optimal. So you don't really need these as much as you need these won't be the winning factor of your game. I mean, a lot of things can hit 12k easily. 11k with a 6k, for example. Something like Bedivere with his 12k, boosted by a trigger, can hit, like, Dijins even. Dijins boosted by a trigger, like these guys, the plus 2k guys, boosted by trigger. Hits them easy. 12k is easy. 13k, not so much. But, it's like, oh, I'll just ride this. Yeah, because I remember that Chan faggot told me to do this against Overload the End. He must be smart about that. So you played this, and then they ride Blaster Blade, and then they attack you. You're like, no guard, soul charge, search for Majesty Lord Blaster, ride it next turn. Oh my god, what am I got myself into? Right? A lot of the times when I'm playing Majesty Lord, I actually don't have Majesty Lord in my hand. You'd be surprised in how I run 3, and it's not like I run 1 or something. I run 3 of these, and it's not like I'm skimping out. I mean, 3 is a good amount, because if you run too many, to be honest, if you can search it, don't run that many. It clogs up your spaces. Rather save room for things like Holy Disaster Dragon, Palinades. Okay, so knowing this matchup, okay, wait. I'll ride Bowman. Alright, and then attack and stuff, okay. I ride Blaster Blade. Attack boosted by Wingull Brave. Now, what was the difference? What was the difference between that than riding Flag Knight? Except the fact that Flag Knight's really hot. So, okay, here, guard for 10. He goes, get critical trigger. I don't have a critical trigger with me. Man, I should, oh wait, no, I probably have an English one somewhere. No? Come on. Help me, please. Anyone? Alright. Get Doro trigger. Wait, he's playing, damn it. Fine. Get Doro trigger. Assuming this worked. Okay. Don't hate. I'm not that well prepared. My desk is covered in cards everywhere. So yeah, I'm a bit messy. So, Doro trigger. Power ni plus 5,000. Which means plus 5k. And then he's at 19. Oh, 20k. Blocked it. Easy. But wait, what was the difference between this and this? This you had to been like, guard. Or you go, I'll guard with this. Get Doro trigger. He gets his search, and you take a damage. What was the point of that? You could have easily saved 5k worth of shield, been safe, just by riding a different card. You gotta know the matchups. The matchups are so important in this game. It's retarded. Like, oh, is he playing over an OP deck? Well, better prepare for it early. But of course, against Kage, that's why one of the reasons why Kagero is so strong. They're one of the only clans that can burst down your rear guards. It's just like, oh, you want to boost with Garrett's? Kills all of them. Wait, what just happened? I don't have anything boosted. Heat Nail Salamander is a key example of a culprit that could retardedly like kill your field. Berserk Dragons, more Heat Nails. Kimnaras, Kimnaras, good cards, very cheap cards that can poke out your rear guards. That you really need to understand how important they are to you, which is another factor why Overload the End is so good. The whole deck can apply pressure to you, any card in the deck can. So, definitely know your matchups. So, of course, it takes a while to get used to. I don't expect people to watch this, be like, I understand everything, and play perfectly fine, as if like they knew this for like the whole duration of learning Vanguard. Now, it's been 17 minutes, so I'm just gonna take a quick break. So this is Know Your Matchup. So I'm gonna, make a shorter video for those who want to, like actually know stuff better. Yeah, so this is Chan for Business Skill, bringing you Know the Matchup tutorial video. So this part is probably going to be like a 4-part tutorial, and I hope people actually watch this and just doesn't go click it 17 minutes and like exit, because that'd be a waste of my time. But I hope anyone who wants to learn will watch these. So bye. Stay tuned for part 2.